Hi, powerful leaders. This episode is from a live training that I do weekly inside my Facebook group called the Powerful Female Coaches and Leaders Community. Feel free to join us inside the group so I can get to know you better and I can answer any questions you might have. I just love the live interaction, answering to your question, listening to your stories. There is so much power in connecting in a deeper way, and I really hope you do take this invitation. The way I edit these episodes is really to give you all the value, but if you want to have the live interaction, ask any questions, and get them answered by me, please join us in the Powerful Female Coaches and Leaders community. I can't wait to see you there, and I hope you enjoyed this episode. Welcome to the Powerful Female Leaders Podcast. I'm your host, Anna Patricia Bourgeois, certified business coach. I am here to help you up-level, generate consistent wealth, increase your confidence, attract dream clients, and master your mindset so that you can fully own your power and achieve next-level results in your online business and beyond. Every week, a powerful conversation will take place with amazing guests, or I'll share from my experience to help inspire you to start and scale the business of your dreams while being powerfully you. The time has come to stop playing small, stop hiding, and stop waiting. Now is the perfect time for you to passionately pursue your heart's desire as the powerful leader you were born to be. Are you ready? Let's do this. Today's training, I'm so excited about it. We're going to chat about money rituals. And these rituals are rituals that I do pretty regularly, and I truly see a difference and I see an impact not only on my own energy, but also on the results that I'm getting because of them. So like I said, I do these rituals pretty regularly, and it helped me tremendously in hitting my first 5K months, my first 10K months, and they're truly, truly amazing when you do them with intention and when you are just in the vibes, when you're just in the energy of actually doing them, right? If you just do them and like brush them off quickly and then it's like, oh, I just did it. We really want to take a moment to actually sit down and do them, okay? So these rituals really help us to connect with the truth of what money is. So money is energy. It allows us to really be in that space of gratitude rather than a space of need. And it really opens us to receive. Like that's the whole goal of these rituals, is to really open us to the receiving channels, to our desires, to attracting everything that we want instead of repelling the money away. Because we might be doing it unconsciously, but when we're intentional with these rituals, we're actually doing everything in our power to put the good vibes, the good energy to actually attract and receive it. Like our relationships with money, it's like a direct link to our power, right? We live in a mirror universe. It mirrors back to us the way we feel about ourselves, about our powers, and about what we believe. And if we're connected to that essence of I am worthy, I am powerful, I am abundant, right? The universe will reflect it back to us because they see that we're actually believing it in our core. So this is why it's so powerful. To create more money, the first thing we need to look at is our relationship with it, right? When we talk about it, do we feel resistance, right? Do we feel lack? So it's really setting that intention to start shifting your relationship with it and really looking at it as energy, as love, as abundance, right? And knowing that we can always create more and more and more and more. Like we have that power. So our current experience with money, like it's incredible. Like we have to work on this every single day. And I'm still working on this every single day. Like I'm not perfect whatsoever with it, but I'm intentional about it, about working on it. And I've noticed the shifts, but it's not going to happen overnight. So the sooner you can start implementing them, the better. So the first thing that I love to do in the morning is to carve out 5, 7, max 10 minutes. Like, this doesn't need to take like an hour. It's practically 5, 7, or 10 minutes. You're gonna close your eyes and visualize the experience of money that you want to have. So this is your opportunity to really take a moment for yourself. Just visualize it and feel it in your body. And the more you repeat that experience, you're going to start doing it when you're looking at your bank account, right? And you're going to be like, wow, I'm so grateful. Like, no matter what the amount is, I'm so grateful to have that money right now sitting in my bank account. And if you're big into journaling, you can also journal about it. Why you're so grateful for it, why you're so in that space of gratitude, and what it allows you to do, and how would it feel, right, to actually achieve the goals you've set for yourself. Like, how would it feel in your body? How would you visualize it? And just acknowledging that it's there, it means we can get more of it. So that's why this exercise is so powerful, is because we're taking the time to acknowledge and give gratitude so that we can get more and more and more and more. Because most people, they avoid it. Like, most people, they're just like, nope, I'm not there yet. I don't want to see it. I don't want to be reminded of it. But no matter what the amount is, no matter what the situation is, acknowledging it, it's part of the process. It's part of being like, I'm fine no matter what the amount is. I'm grateful for it. I know I'm always supported, always guided, and more is always coming. The other ritual is to track what you receive. So this is the same thing. It's like we often avoid doing this because we think, oh, it's not like a big deal. It's not big numbers, or I haven't done a lot, or I haven't received a lot this month, or whatever the excuse is. But when we actually start tracking what's coming in, we are saying to the universe, like, this is important. And I'm honoring every single amount that I receive by making sure I track it. So I like to keep a spreadsheet. I don't get attached to, the overall amount. I don't like fixate, right? I don't fixate if one month is higher, the other month is lower. I'm just keeping track because it shows that you're honoring everything that you're receiving. It shows that you're connected to it. And it shows that it also can come from anywhere, right? Since we live in this abundance, don't get attached to one way of receiving. Like, money can come from anywhere, practically. And I was just blown away when I did this because I started receiving like money from podcast donation. I started winning I won like $1,000 from like a giveaway. Like, it just came from everywhere because I gave gratitude for what I was receiving already, and more was coming in. So this is a very, very powerful way to attract more. And also celebrating every single dollar. If it's, I don't know, popping a champagne, taking a bath, going for a walk, no matter how you love to celebrate, do it. That energy of celebration is going to help you get more of it. So like I said, don't put so much pressure, As soon as you do put pressure, you're breaking that energetic frequency of wealth, because wealth doesn't like pressure. It doesn't like timelines, right? Like I always say, like, we're in this for a lifetime. Like, no matter what happens, it's okay. Like, we're not meant to always be high months all the time. It's normal to have fluctuations. And as long as we're not attached to it, and we're not attached to the outcome, and we're not rigid about it, we're gonna be fine. Timelines and pressure, it doesn't work with money and energy. It like doesn't go together. Okay. So the third rituals is setting up a gratitude routine when paying your bills. So this is something that took me a little while to actually like feel good about doing, because I've always had that mentality of like, oh my gosh, another bill to pay, another expense to pay, another this, another that, and just piles and piles and piles. And then you're getting anxious and you're like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. So working on flipping the script on paying our expenses and paying our bills and watching our language, right? Watching how we're actually talking about it with other people, how we're actually approaching it, and instead being grateful that we have the means to actually pay it. Some people don't, and we do. Like, we do have the means to pay our monthly expenses, the things we have, our investments, right? That's huge, and we have to be grateful for that. So creating a ritual around that, it's gonna be a game changer. What I like to do is like put a sticky note, like a smiley face, like on my credit card, or like a thank you note every time I pay a bill. It really flips the script. And the other thing also, when talking about debt, right? Like paying debt, that's evidence that you're actually trusting and believing in yourself. That's why you have that amount to pay back. And it means that since you trusted yourself in that investment, it means that you're also trusting yourself that you'll pay it back, like in time. Like, this is just temporary. So also flipping that script on debt and what it means is going to be huge. Just these little things, as soon as you work on them, as soon as you're aware of them, as soon as you start flipping your limiting beliefs, your limiting stories, and you actually turn to love and gratitude for everything, this is how you become a magnet for more. Essentially, this is a work of a lifetime. Like, it's not going to be easy. It's not going to feel comfortable at the beginning, for sure. It's like with practice. The more you do it, the more it's going to come easier and easier for you to do. So the other ritual is to set intentions, because money flows where intention goes, right? Being intentional with why you want to create that money. Why are you so inclined to generate X amount? And giving it a purpose, right? What is the amount of money you declare you want to receive? And where will the money go, right? So mapping out where it's going, it's going to be a game changer, because money loves purpose. It goes where it knows it's going to be valued and celebrated and used for good, right? So is it for, hiring a new coach, doing a down payment on a house, buying a new car, clearing debt? Like, what is the purpose of you wanting to attract that amount of money? Right? So always give your money a purpose, and it's going to change the game. Okay? This is something really small, but I'm telling you, it works. Okay? You'll be surprised. And the last thing is check your environment. So the environment where you spend the most time, is it giving you a feeling of wealth? Is it raising your vibration? Because we feel different when we're surrounded by wealth, right? So when you go to places where you immerse yourself in the feeling of wealth, maybe it's like you go to a luxury hotel lobby and you spend like an hour there. Like, no matter what it is that makes you feel like, oh my gosh, this is so amazing, I feel so abundant right now, go and do that. Because being in that feeling is gonna just raise your vibration to receive more. Just being in proximity to wealth, it's gonna help you increase that energy of abundance and attracting more. So in your everyday space, right? Is it in your home, in your office, wherever you work? How can you make it feel more abundant? Like, how can you tap into that frequency of wealth through your surroundings at home? I know most of us work from home. So is it a physical object? Like, maybe it's some sounds, some smells, maybe some candles, crystals. Like, what is it? Like, what items could you bring into your environment to raise that vibration of wealth? Like, this is so awesome to do. Just think about what are those objects, those scents, those smells, those Maybe it's a sound, maybe it's a music, a soundtrack, like whatever it is. It doesn't need to be so like over the top or complicated, but something that is truly gonna put you in that vibration. So these are the 5 rituals. The last thing I want to say is money rituals, when they're paired with taking inspired action, this is where you're gonna really create results at rapid speed. Because money rituals are great, but if you know me, you know I'm all about taking action as well. It's always about marrying the feminine and the masculine together. So doing those rituals, pairing it with inspired action daily, like consistently, that's where the beauty and the magic happens. And this is my invitation to you. If you haven't heard by now, I am hosting a 3-day visibility challenge. It's happening at the end of the month, starting on August 30th, 31st, and then September 1st. So it's 3 days. The replays will be available. If you cannot make it live, it's going to be available for a full month. So you can always go back in the group, catch up on the replays. And it's $33. And it includes so many different topics. So I'm going to chat about your profile optimizations, going live, how to actually go live and get that engagement so you can easily sell your programs, your products, your services, how to do reels, what kind of content to post, how to post them effectively, how to document, right? Because social media is all about documenting your process, documenting your journey. Free lead magnets, because that also creates more visibility, how to repurpose your content. So all you need to know, like I'm giving you all my tips, my tricks that I use that made all the difference in really building my brand and standing out online. So it's just an amazing, amazing opportunity to pair these amazing money rituals with the beautiful action in building our presence online. It's going to be amazing. Okay, so I'm also giving you like journal prompts to work on and action steps also to implement to get immediate results. Send me a DM for the link. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Powerful Female Leaders Podcast. If you love this episode, make sure to spread the message, leave a review, and subscribe. I would forever be grateful for you. I also want to hear from you, and I want to know your feedback and your questions for future episodes. So don't be shy, say hi, and send me a message at Powerful Female Leaders Podcast on Instagram. Until then, I'll see you on the next episode.